Hey y'all, it's Danielle popping in to say hello. Welcome back. It's another video. Woo! So in today's video, you are going to see Tricia and I as we go through our week and how much can we get read in a normal week in our lives. So we're both going to be working. Luckily for me, work slows down a little bit this week, which is kind of nice. I love that. I do have 2 days where I'll be coaching volleyball. I am the senior girls volleyball coach for my school. You won't get to see the volleyball because I can't film that. But that does mean that reading on those days might be a little lower. But I'm excited. First off, I am getting over being sick, so that's exciting. And I'm also excited to get a lot read. I feel like I'm kind of getting back into my normal routine. Now we're kind of going through, we're almost through the first full month of school. So I'm excited to see what I can get read. So we're starting this on a Sunday. It is a Sunday today. It is Sunday, September 28th. And Sundays I like to use as a way to get ready for the week. I have a lot I need to get done. I have a lot of content I need to film for our various platforms. I have groceries I need to get done, household chores. So what I do is I do reading sprints. And I've decided to do that today because I am still getting over being sick and I need to make sure that I don't overdo it. So basically, I will set a timer and I will read for an hour or 45 minutes, and then I will do like a household chore that I need to get done for 30 minutes. So I do like 45, 30. So that's what you're going to see. I think today I'm going to try and get through my book, my current read, which is Vengeance of the Pirate Queen. Oh, which I just moved out of here, so that's okay. We'll pop it up right here. Vengeance of the Pirate Queen. It is the third book by Tricia Levenseller in the Daughter of the Pirate King trilogy. I'm really, really excited to continue reading it. I'm really liking it so far. I don't know if I'll get the rest read today, but we will try. So I think my first sprint is going to be that, and then I have to film a lot of stuff today, and then after that, I think I'm going to read and then focus on the chores I need to do. So I'm really excited. I'm really excited to see what I can get read, and yeah. So let's get going. I got my book. I got my breakfast, which is just a muffin. I'm not a big breakfast person. So I'm going to read for I think only 30 minutes, just because like I said, I have a lot that I need to film and I want to get that out of the way. And then yeah. So let's see how much I can get read in 30 minutes. I'm currently on page 105. Warning to Alexa users. Alexa, set a 30-minute timer. Let's go. Okay, so I managed to get to page 136, so 31 pages in 30 minutes. That's not bad. I'm not going to say oh, there we go, I'll block this light. I'm not going to say too much about this book as I read it, just because this I'm reading for another video. But yeah, so far today's page count, so far, 31 pages. Alright, so I think I'm going to go film the content that I need to film because I want to get it to Tricia as soon as possible for her to do the editing. And then I'm going to start in on the chores, and we'll see where that takes us.
Hi guys, it's day one in our week of reading vlog. It is already about 3 o'clock p.m., so I apologize that I haven't touched base before this. I am getting over a cold, so I apologize if I have to keep editing this so that you don't hear me cough a bunch of times. I spent this morning and most of the day so far apple picking with one of my friends because Brandon and I are going to make apple pie next weekend before his family comes over for a nice dinner. So my day of reading is pretty much going to start now. I am sitting on the couch clearly, but instead of having a book physically in front of me, I'm going to be listening to an audiobook as I play some Stardew Valley. It is one of my favorite games of all time. I really love farming games like this. Like Harvest Moon is what I grew up on. Rune Factory, Coral Island, Stardew Valley, all of those games are a great comfort game for me. Um, and because they don't take a lot of brain power to pay attention to like the plot or whatever, I really enjoy sitting playing them and listening to an audiobook. So that's what I'm going to do. I'm most of the way done the second book in Kelly Armstrong's A Stitch in Time series. This one is A Twist of Fate, and I have already read it. It is a reread, but I enjoy it, and I love rereading books. So while I'm not feeling the greatest, I'm going to sit here, I'm going to play some video games, and I'm going to listen to an audiobook, and I'll catch you later.
All right, y'all. So it is a lot later. It is several hours later. I finished everything that I had to film to get to Tricia today, and then I'm actually seeing Tricia tomorrow, which is really exciting, to get her our video camera that I filmed a journaling video on. Awesome. But I am finally sitting down to read Vengeance of the Pirate Queen. So I'm going to do 45 minutes, and then I think I'm going to do some laundry. And then I'm going to, I think, head out to the grocery store around like 3:30 or 4. So I think I'm going to do kind of some household chores as my reading sprints. Not that you need to know any of that, but I'm really excited to get back into this. I love these books because I feel like I get so immersed. We are at the part where they just have found, which I believe on the map is Drifta. They didn't say, but I think this is where they are right now because it was talking about like snow and they had to like go around the icebergs in the water and like just judge by the picture, like based on that. So they started off here in the Queen's Keep, and now I think that's where they are. And they just battled this ship that like immersed from the ice, and it was like described as all white. So I'm like, is it a ghost ship? I don't know. So they just battled this like strange ship, and see, I knew something else was at play. I knew it wasn't just the Kraken. So now that other ship has destroyed their ship, and they need to, now they're on this island, that which I think is this place Drifta. They're here, they're on this island, they don't know where they are, and now it's not a good time. They're like, what's going to happen? And Serinda's really being tested as a pirate captain now. And I'm 40% of the way through. I'm on chapter 11, page 136. So we're going to see in 45 minutes how much can I get read. So yeah, warning for Alexa users. Warning. Alexa, set a 45-minute timer. 45 minutes, starting now. Let's do it, y'all. All right, so I am now on page 139, but I wanted to record some thoughts. So I think that, because I have some theories. So first off, at the start of the book, there is this map, and up here there is this place called Drifta. And when I started the book, I was like, oh, I think that's where they're going to. At the part of the book that I'm on, I believe that they're there. So it didn't say that it was called Drifta, but it's describing it as like there are mountains and snow-covered pines, and Kieran had to guide the ship through icebergs, and that's what that part is. So I knew that the Kraken that they came up against, I knew it couldn't be everything. So while they were getting off the ship, Serinda decided to take half of the crew with her and left the other crew, the other half on the ship. And when they were going towards the island, all of a sudden, this other ship, like this white ice-covered ship, emerged from the ice-filled waters and basically destroyed their ship. They got everybody off, thankfully, but now they're stuck on this island. I want to know, what is that ship? Who's on it? Who's trying to hurt them? And also, what is going to happen on this island? So I'm really enthralled. Oh, I should actually face the proper way. I'm really curious. I'm really interested in what is going to happen at Drifta. Are they going to find the missing pirate ladies that Serinda is trying to find, or did they get attacked by these ice ship pirate people, or did they get eaten by the Kraken, or like what happened? And in the ice, they saw the wreckage of the ship they were searching for, the Wanderer. So where did everybody go? Did they die? Like, who are these ice pirate people? All right, I'm gonna keep reading. Right now, I'm 40% of the way through the book. I don't know. I'm trying to film multiple things at a time, which isn't helping. So I apologize if there are missing updates from this video. But that's where I am, or if I repeat myself. 40% of the way through the book. It's going great so far. I'm excited. Let's keep going. Okay, so 45 minutes are up. I don't know why I did 4-5. I'm a teacher, whatever. So my first 45 minutes of my reading sprints is up. It is now 2:25, so I'm going to do a half hour of probably laundry and stuff, and then do another 45 minutes of reading, and then probably go grocery shopping. So I am now 55% of the way through. I made it to page 185, so that is a total of 80 pages read so far today. Exciting. I really like it. It's a really good book. I really like this series and this book. I have read the other two, so Daughter of the Pirate King and Daughter of the Siren Queen, and they were both really, really awesome. The book is getting, like, crazy. I'm not going to go into too much detail because I think in the last clip I forgot that this is for another video, so definitely go and check that out. This is for a TBR jar video that I am reading, so I'm definitely going to put my thoughts on that video. But as far as how much can I read in a week, we are at 80 pages. So that is super awesome, considering that my last few weeks I haven't read anything on a Sunday. But like I said, I'm trying to get back into my normal routine. So yeah, I'm going to go, I think, throw in a load of laundry or two. Well, I currently have a load in, so I have to switch over that. Throw in another load, and then we'll come back. So we'll see you then. All right, so my 30 minutes has gone up. I managed to do some laundry. I want to know, what is your least favorite household chore? Mine is laundry. I hate doing laundry because I feel like it takes so long. Like, even if you just have one load, you have, like, it needs to go in the washer, then in the dryer, then you need to fold it, then you need to sort it, then you need to put it away. That's 5 steps. Whereas, like, if you're vacuuming, you vacuum for, like, 20 minutes and then you're done. And it's 1 step. Ugh, I hate laundry. Anyway, but that's okay because I'm excited to get back to my reading. That's kind of why I find reading sprints so helpful for me on a Sunday when I have, like, a long list of things that I want to get done. And I use, like, the reading as my reward that I can read instead of doing things that I don't want to do, but that need to get done. So there's still a lot to do. So I think I'm going to enjoy. But like I said, I am getting over being sick, and my boyfriend Josh has requested that I do not push myself as to avoid having to take any time off work this week. So it's okay. But the main things that I do want to accomplish today, I know I will get done. So I'm going to read. I'll update you on how much I get read, and then we're going to hit up the grocery store. And recently I've been liking to listen to an audiobook while I grocery shop, so I will let you know which audiobook I choose to listen to whilst I do that. All right, so I am on page 236, which is chapter 19. There's 26 chapters in the book, so we are 70% of the way through, and we only have 7 chapters left. Also, the place is Drifta, so I was correct. The map, this is where they are, Drifta. That is where they are, where all this is going down. So yeah, so 70% of the way through. I'm very curious to see what happens in this last 30%. Very curious to see where the story takes us. If she meets up with her crew again. So I am in the middle of chapter 19, just a few pages left until chapter 20, and then just 6 more chapters. So, you know, it's interesting with these books. They always have a lot that happens in all the individual chapters, which is really cool. But then you're like, there's only 6 more chapters, what more could happen? And then they just throw a bunch of stuff at you. So it's kind of like the Pirates of the Caribbean movies. It seems like there's always something happening in those movies. So very similar. All right, so I will update you the next time I have an update. We are on page 236. That brings our total page count for the day up to 131. So that is awesome. I have finished my next little 45-minute reading sprint. I am now going to go do groceries because we need groceries to eat for the week. And I always find that when we have our grocery shop done, we always have a good week. So I am going to go do that. I think I'm going to listen to an audiobook while I grocery shop, because I like doing that every now and then. Sometimes I just find it helps to be less overstimulated in the grocery store. So I'm gonna go do that, and then I will continue this when I come back.
It has been a number of hours since you last saw me. I have finished the last book I was reading. Um, Yzma is sitting on the couch with me. I am back to playing Stardew Valley because Brandon is being very nice and letting me take over the living room basically all weekend, which is super kind of him. I am now reading a Stitch in Time book like 2.5. It's called Sleigh Bells and Snowshoes or something. I don't know. It's going to be up here somewhere. I'm currently reading that. I actually, as much as I've owned this story for years, I don't think I've read it before because it doesn't seem familiar. So far, I'm enjoying it. Having finished A Twist of Fate, I figure I should probably say something about it. The first book, A Stitch in Time, follows Bronwyn and William. Bronwyn is in the 21st century. She's just inherited her family house in England that she hasn't been to since she was a teenager because last time she was there, something happened and killed her grandfather, and she can see ghosts. She used to go through this rip in time into, I think, the 18th century, the 19th century. I really should have looked that up before I got in here. But it's basically about Bronwyn and William's story across time. The second book that I just finished, A Twist in Fate, takes place almost 2 years after that, or like 2 years after that, something like that. And it involves William's best friend and a story about him and his life. And I don't want to get too much more into that because it is the second book. But now I am on book 2.5, which is a Christmas special around the characters in the second book. So I'm going to sit here, I'm going to play my game, and I'm going to continue to listen to that book. I have finished book 2.5. I am still hanging out with Yzma. She's very tired, a very sleepy girl. Still playing Stardew. So I'm going to start book 3, which is A Twist in Tide, I believe. And this story touches on Miranda, who is one of the main characters from the second book. It's her sister, and it's her story with the rip in time, the twist in time, the stitch in time, the whatever you want to call this gap between years, this time traveling rift. So I'm going to start listening to that and keep playing games, keep hanging out with my dog.
All right, I am back now from the grocery store. My goodness, I'm sweating. So I listened to The Watchmaker's Daughter by C.J. Archer because Tricia has long talked about the author C.J. Archer, and since I finished Tress of the Emerald Sea, which was our book club book for September, I've been looking for an audiobook and just haven't really found one. I started one, but I'm not really into it. So I listened to The Watchmaker's Daughter while grocery shopping and got about 17% of the way through, so that was pretty good. It's a really cool story. It's like a mystery set in London, and the main girl, whose name is escaping me right now. Oh my goodness. I'll look at it. Hold on. India. So India is the daughter of this watchmaker in London in Victorian era, and she's met up with the guy, Mr. Glass, and he's looking for a watchmaker. I think it's going to be her dad, and her dad is dead. So I'm interested to see this relationship between her and Mr. Glass. And right now they're going from watchmaker to watchmaker, and they ran into this really shifty guy, and he said India was a thief, even though she wasn't, and now they're on the run from that guy and his people. So that's interesting. Oh, and she thinks Mr. Glass is this outlaw guy from America. So that's pretty cool. So a lot happened, but yeah, so when I listen to audiobooks, I like to listen to them when I do all sorts of things. So I also put in dinner. That was exciting. We're having chicken fajitas. That's wonderful. So yeah, so I think what I'm going to do is I'm actually going to switch it up, and I'm going to do 45 minutes of some teacher stuff. I have to do some marking, which is always a fun time. But I don't think I'm going to listen to the audiobook because I kind of want to make this my commuter book. I really like it, and I want to have it to listen to on my commuter book. So I think I'm going to take a little break, focus on my marking, because also when I'm doing teacher stuff, I find it hard because I have to focus on my teacher stuff. I find it hard to listen to an audiobook. So yeah, I'm going to watch some TV, do my marking, and then I'm going to, I think, read Vengeance of the Pirate Queen, because I'm really into that book right now, and then we'll go from there. So we put in dinner. My boyfriend Josh should be home in a few hours. I think it's almost 5 o'clock, so he should be home in about 2 hours, which is kind of nice, and then we'll go from there. We'll see where the road takes us. All right, I'll check in with you a little bit. Oh, I got 50 pages, so 17%. I'm listening to the audiobook, but on Storygraph, Tricia showed me how you can like show the pages. So it said, I think it's about 50 pages, I think, is, because I also have what I've read from The Vengeance of the Pirate Queen. So I think it's about 50 pages that I got through, which that's pretty cool in about an hour of listening. That's pretty awesome. I like it. So yeah, so now our grand total for the day, we are up to 182 pages. All right, y'all, so it is a lot later. I finished my school marking and then ended up having dinner, and then Josh came home, so I was kind of hanging out with him for a little bit. But then I just read for 45 minutes, so I am on page 292 of Vengeance of the Pirate Queen, and I am 87% of the way through, and I really would like to finish it tonight. So I'm going to pause to go get a nice luxurious bath, because I like to do that on Sunday nights to help me relax, and then I think I'm going to come in here and finish Vengeance of the Pirate Queen. And if we stay up a little bit late, that's okay. And yeah, so I will give you a final page count just before I fall asleep. All right, I am in the car, ready to head to work. I apologize for the lack of lighting. It is still dark out. So I will be listening to The Watchmaker's Daughter by C.J. Archer on audiobook. Like I said yesterday, that's the one that I listened to while grocery shopping. I really liked it, so I think I'm going to continue with it. Currently 17% of the way through it. I'm excited for the day. We will see how I feel after. Like I said, I'm getting over being sick, so that's exciting. I think it'll just be that audiobook today. Like I said, Josh and I are going over to Tricia and Brandon's tonight. And so I don't think I will have time to actually read a physical book. So it'll just be audio for today, but that's fine. And then I will check in and let you know my page count once I get to school or work. I work at a school. So once I get to work, which is a school. Okay, let's have a great Monday.
Good morning. Today is Monday, September 29th. This is day 2 of our week of reading. And I am walking Yzma just before I work from home today. Because you best believe I'm at home. She gets out of bed. Oh, Heron. Come on, Yzma. Come on. You'd best believe that on days I work from home, she is up at the butt crack of dawn. When I'm not home, she sleeps until noon in bed and doesn't bug Brandon at all. Last night I read a little bit more of the Kindle Unlimited book that I'm in the middle of, which is Rejected by My Shadow Alpha. I'm not super enjoying it, but I want to finish the book so that I have full thoughts about it before I say anything. But I was in bed getting ready to sleep, so didn't film anything. It was very dark. Brendan and I were reading, and now it's the morning. So I am taking Yzma for a stroll. I will continue to listen to Something in the Tide, the Kelly Armstrong book. It's gonna be on the screen already, so you know which book I'm talking about. I'm gonna finish her walk, read a little, or listen to a little bit more of that, and then get busy with work for the day. Oh, and Danielle is coming over tonight to play Villainous, and I'm definitely looking forward to that. Hello, it is now 12:30. It is lunchtime, so I'm getting together a salad, drying some lettuce, cutting up tomatoes and cucumbers and jalapeno bits to make a buffalo chicken sandwich. Already got some buffalo chicken here. I'm going to, well, I was listening to my audiobook a little bit while cooking, and now I'm going to go back to work. I'm going to eat and get back to it. See you in a bit. It is now after work. Yzma feels that. Danielle is on her way over. It has been a very long day. I don't feel the best, which Danielle knows, but like I'm getting over what I had, I think. So instead of reading while we wait for them to come over, I'm gonna drink some lemonade and listen to Yzma tell me what's what. I am saving my brain power for when they get here to play Villainous, so I'm going to watch something with Yzma for the next like 15 minutes instead of reading.
All right, y'all, we are home from Tricia and Brandon's. It was super duper fun. I love hanging out with them, but I just want to give a quick update before I go to bed. My grand total of page count for today is 61 pages. I ended up talking to my family on the way home. They ended up calling me and we talked about a lot of things. So I only managed to get through about 6 more pages, audiobook wise. So yeah, today's total is 61 pages, which yesterday's total plus today's total is I don't know how much. But so far, I feel good about how the week is going.
Danielle and Josh are gone. Had so much fun with them over. I watched a little bit of TV with Brandon. He is no longer here because he's gone into his study to play games, and I have stayed in bed. I'm going to watch this video. I absolutely love Swoop. She does deep dives and can get petty really well. She is reacting to the podcast that Ned came out with. I refuse to watch the video itself, so I've seen a bunch of clips about this, but I haven't seen the actual video itself. So I'm paying attention to Swoop's reaction to this, and I'm going to be reading that werewolf novel on my phone while I do, and that's what I plan on doing for the next hour or so.
Hello! It's me. I'm in the car now. I forgot to say, today I get an extra planning, which is nice. As a teacher, we get 2 planning periods. Or no, we get a planning period every single day, but we get 2 one of the days of the week, which is the kids get their arts, so like music, drama, dance. So today I get my extra, so I did bring my headphones. I'm hoping to listen to my audiobook while on my planning, while doing my planning. So I still won't be able to, or I'll try to film something at school if I'm sitting in a room by myself. But yesterday I wasn't by myself. Everybody just kept needing something from me during my planning. So that's why you did not see any clips yesterday. But if I'm in a room by myself, I will update you. If not, the update will come at the end of the day. But I will do an update when I get to school. Hello. So I had a thought that I wanted to talk about a part in the book, the Watchmaker's daughter. I think it's really awful that the Watchmakers Guild will not allow women to be a part of it, and this incredibly talented woman who's talented at fixing these watches is not allowed in this guild. That like this was something special that she and her dad did together, but she's not allowed to be a part of it. And I think that's really awful just because she's a woman, and her dad's business that she should have been the rightful heir to had to go to her future husband. And again, I just think that that is awful and terrible. And yeah, I think it really speaks to like society as a whole and the opportunities for women in certain careers. I know it's maybe I'm thinking too deeply upon this, but anyway, that was my thought. Also, I like that I just clued into the fact it's called Glass and Steel because the two main characters' last names are Glass and Steel. I just clued into that. That's crazy. Anyway, that was my thought. Don't know how far I am in the book yet, but yeah, I'll pop in if I have another thought.
Hello, I woke up not feeling great, so I did not go into the office today. My plan is to read a little bit and get some rest. Yep, it's gonna be a fun day.
All right, I have made it to work. So I managed to get from 37% of the book through to 61% of the book done. So I have read another 72 pages according to Storygraph, which is very exciting. Yeah, I had a couple of theories. So first off, I think it absolutely sucks that India was not allowed to be part of the Watchmakers Guild. She was explaining, I believe, to Mr. Glass, Matthew Glass, that the Watchmakers Guild is one of the only guilds that does not allow women. And so that's why she was getting married to Eddie in order to keep her father's business and be able to work in the watchmaking shop. And it sucks that she had to get married in order to continue working there, and basically in order to keep her father's shop. Like, instead of it being left to her, it had to go to a man, which I think is awful and really comments on the way women were treated within society, and some still are. And then the other thing, I do have a theory. I think this Bill Johnson character who was on the wanted poster that India saw is going to be the like ex-husband of Willie, and I think they left him in the lurch, or like left him after like some big job that they did in America and came to London, and I think he's found them. And that's who was trying to break into Mr. Glass's house that Willie was trying to shoot. And I think they were all part of this crew, because like now we are suspecting that Matthew Glass is the Knight Rider, because that's what India was saying, the one poster, and she overheard the conversation he was having with the other people about that the sheriff knows where they are. So he's the Knight Rider, and I think they're all part of his like gang. And this guy Bill Johnson, like I wonder if they like double crossed him or something, and he's the one who's coming after them. But I still want to know about the watch. Like, we haven't been told like the significance of the watch yet, so I want to know what that is. I want to know where that's going to come into play. So far, our page count for today is 71 pages, which is super good. And then I will check in if I end up reading any more on my extra planning, or when I'm done with volleyball.
I am heading to my friend's place so that I can go to her daughter's cheer practice with her, which I had planned to do for weeks now, and I'm not sick enough that I feel like I shouldn't go, so I came. I finished a Turn of the Tide, whatever the book is, book 3 in the Stitch in Time series by Kelly Armstrong. I also read the Christmas special. That's book 3.5. I believe it's Ghosts and Garlands. Um, that is the Christmas special for Miranda, which is the main character of book 3. And I have started A Castle in the Air, which is the 4th book. And this is about Portia and her interaction with the Time Stitch. I am on chapter 12, just about to start chapter 12, but I'll be listening to more of that. Luckily for me, because I didn't go into the office today, I got way more reading done than I normally would get on a Tuesday, but I really didn't have the energy to do like anything else today.
All right, I am home now. It is about 7 o'clock. We went and played volleyball. I didn't end up reading extra on my extra planning time. I forget what I was doing, but yeah, so I'm home now. We played volleyball. We won, so yay. That was awesome. I managed to get to, oh goodness, okay, hold on. I managed to get to 84% of the book finished, and that brings the total page count to 142 for the week so far, which I think is, or not for the week, for the day, which is awesome. I haven't added it all together. I will in a second. But yeah, I think I might end my reading here. I don't know. I'm about to sit and have dinner, and then I immediately needed to get a shower when I got home, because you know when you just feel gross? If you're a teacher, you know what I mean. Like, you just feel like the children's germs were just like on your skin. So I'm just going to eat dinner and then see if I feel like I have the energy to read. I'm really excited because tomorrow is October 1st, which is the first day we can start our book bingo. We are playing Bewitched book bingo for October, me, Tricia, and Ashley. And basically we're trying to rack up points throughout the month, but the books have to be read in the month of October, read and finished in October. And you only get points for books finished. So I think I know which one I want to start with, and it's going to be a really fun one. And I'm going to try to physically read tomorrow. I hope. I do have a staff meeting after school. I really hope it doesn't go late or long so that I can get home at a good time. But yeah, tomorrow and the day after are looking like late nights. So we will see. We'll see how we do. But yeah, I'm really liking the story of the Watchmaker's daughter. We have now found out that the watch is magical, and Matthew Glass has to have the watch near him to like heal some sort of illness. He's just been arrested, and his entire posse has been arrested. So now India's got to go figure that out. And like, what's she gonna do? So yeah, I'm really excited to see where we go from there. So I'm gonna go eat dinner, and then if I update you later today, if I read any more or listen to any more, and then if not, I will see you tomorrow. Good morning, y'all. It is Tuesday. No, it's Wednesday. It is Wednesday, so it is the next morning. And I'm so excited because it is October 1st, which means, just as I explained yesterday, it means that our Bewitched book bingo starts today. Like, we can officially start reading books for that. I picked my first one, and I think I'm going to go with Happy Hour at Casa, Dracula. It just seems like a really fun and easy read. It's about a girl who's bitten by a vampire, and then has to go and live with him and his family. And like, it just is a whole like whirlwind and cast of characters. So I'm really excited. I picked this up at the Book Riot. Yes, it was called the Book Riot, down in Ashley's hometown. That's where I picked that up. So I'm really excited. For this morning, though, I will be listening to The Watchmaker's Daughter. I have 2 hours left in the audiobook, so I think that I should be able to finish that today. I do have a staff meeting after school, so that means another late return home. But that's okay. It'll be fine. So we'll see if I actually get to this today. I should. I'm probably just gonna come home and want to just fall asleep, but I'm gonna try and read a little bit physical today. So, all right, let's see where the day takes us. So I have made it to work. I ended up finishing the Watchmaker's Daughter on the way to work. So that was 48 pages that I had left in that. So I finished that. Yay! So far today we're at 48 pages. But then I was listening to the Watchmaker's Daughter on Audible, and the one that is on Audible is the first 3 books, so it immediately jumped into the second. So I got 13 pages into that. So our total so far today is 61 pages, which is awesome. I know some people think audiobooks don't count like physical books, but I count them because it's still reading. You're still consuming a story through some type of media. So, so far we're at 61 pages. Like I said, I do have a staff meeting after school today, and typically on my planning period, I like to actually do stuff. So I don't think I will listen to anything until I am in the car on the way home. I'm sorry, it keeps being me popping in at the start of the day and then the end of the day. I'm sorry. But that's okay. If I do end up listening to anything though, it will definitely keep you updated and let you know. So it's Wednesday, it's cold out, we're having a good time. It's gonna be great. Let's do it.
Hello, it is about 10:40 on Wednesday, October 1st. Forgot to check in while I was driving into the office. It is, again, like 10:40, 10:39, whatever, and I am now in the car again because I still feel like a butt. I definitely was not well enough to try to spend a full day in the office. So I am currently on my way home to get some rest. I am listening to A Castle in the Air as I commute. I got a couple of chapters in on my way in this morning, and now I am reading more. That is my update. I will probably see you again later, but that will be after I take a nap and rest a little bit so that I don't feel like such garbage.
All right, y'all, I am back home now. Finally, that staff meeting ran longer than expected. So I'm just gonna watch some TV because I am feeling super low energy. I'm about to have some dinner, which is very exciting. And then we'll see if I end up reading the physical book. I feel good, so I feel like once I eat something, I'll be okay. I didn't end up reading it or listening to an audiobook in the car, but that's okay. I ended up talking to my family on the way home, which is fine. I love them. So, yeah, I'm going to eat something, watch a little bit of TV, and then tuck into bed and probably read.
I apologize for being so bad at updating today. I finished A Castle in the Air, absolutely loved it. I'll talk more about it tomorrow. But basically, I just rested the rest of the day. I slept a bit, I played a tiny bit of video games, and then I slept some more. So here's hoping that I don't have brain fog tomorrow and can actually do things.
All right, y'all, I am tucking in for the night. So I read 10 pages of Happy Hour at Casa Dracula. I wasn't really feeling the vibe on that one. It's reading very much like a Sex and the City episode. Like very early 2000s, like clunky romance story, which I just think I'm too tired to get into. I did pick up My Funny Demon Valentine, and I read 16 pages of this one. I think this is going to be the one that I start off with. I really liked it. I really liked the characters. We've already met Ash and Eva. Ash and Eva. Ash is one of 4 demon brothers. They've just escaped from hell, apparently. Eva is a violinist, and they've now met in a nightclub, and she got super drunk and said, "Better kiss me now," and he kissed her, and then a gun went off, which I'd love to continue reading, but I'm way too tired. So that makes today's total 87 pages. for today, and 4 different books. So that's pretty crazy. But that's because I finished, and it's so funny because it's 4 different books, but it's like under 100 pages read. It's because I finished The Watchmaker's Daughter and then started The Mapmaker's Assistant, or Apprentice, sorry. And then I started it right as I was like almost to work, and then didn't end up reading in the car, and then picked up Happy Hour at Casa Dracula, wasn't feeling the vibe, but I still felt like I had some energy to read, and then picked up this, and that's just crazy. So, yeah, I don't know. I'm such a mood reader that like it depends on like the vibe I'm feeling, my energy level, if I'm tired, if it's after work. It just depends. Like sometimes I can take a romance story and other times I just need like a fantasy story. So, I don't know. Quite interesting. But that will be all for me tonight. I will check in tomorrow.
It is 4 in the morning. Yzma wasn't feeling well, so we are outside. I'm trying to get her to use the washroom, and all she's doing is eating grass. Woke up. She's not feeling well. I'm still not feeling well. So unfortunately, I mean, you can tell I sound worse. Unfortunately, I will not be going into work today.
Good morning, everyone. Oh, I will turn on the heat. It is Thursday today, so another day popping in. I'm on the way to work. I'm in the car. I'm going to be listening to the Mapmaker's Apprentice. I don't know how I feel so far about the book just because I'm not really loving the narrator of this one. It's a different person than the first one, so now it's like the characters' voices are sounding different, so it's like getting used to again who everybody is. It's kind of like when they replace an actor in a movie for the second one or a TV show. So today's plan, I'm going to listen to the audiobook while I make my way to work, and then we do have a volleyball game tonight. That's why I'm wearing my coach's jersey. I didn't wear this on Tuesday because it was Orange Shirt Day, but I'm wearing this today. So that means I will be leaving later again. But it's okay because it's my last day this week that I have to leave late. So that'll be exciting. And then I'm hoping to still be in like good energy like I was last night to do a little bit of reading in My Funny Demon Valentine. I'd really like to read more of that book because I really want to find out what happens with the gun went off. So it's Thursday. It's going to be a great day. We've got volleyball. I'm excited. We play kind of a hard team tonight, so I don't know what's going to happen, but I'm excited. The kids are excited. I'm excited to go to work. I'm excited to listen to this book. I'm excited it's almost the weekend. There's just so much to be excited about. It's Thursday. It's great. We're going to have a great day.
I love her.
Hello. So I have made it to work. I managed to get through 75 pages of the Mapmaker's Apprentice. The Mapmaker's Apprentice. I really like the story so far. So India and Matthew are still on the hunt for the wizard that made Matthew's watch. But now the commissioner guy came to them and asked them to help him find his son, who is part of the Mapmakers Guild and has gone missing. And it's revealed that the son seems to have had magical powers. So they're trying to figure out what the story was with the son, where he might have gone off to, while also simultaneously still trying to find the Watchmaker. So it's kind of like a dual story right now, which I find a little bit more interesting than the first one because I feel like there's more happening. But anyway, so I will see you again when I read again, which probably will not be until after school today. But yeah, it's bright, sunshiny, and it's going to be a great day.
So far, I have slept a lot and done almost nothing. It's 2 p.m. Brandon is the best boyfriend ever and bought me Starbucks, so I've been having coffee to help because coffee is life. And no, it should not be that way, but it definitely makes me feel more alive. I have read about 40% all today of a book called Trusting the Boss by Cora North. It's a Kindle Unlimited read, and I find them really easy to fly through. I've read from this author before. They're so far at the 40% mark. Has been a little bit of smut, but not a crazy amount. But like I assumed, I am enjoying it. I am flying through. It doesn't take a lot of brain power, which is exactly what I need right now, considering I feel like butt. I'm sure you can tell with my voice cutting in and out. But yeah, I'm going to turn this off. I'm going to sit and exist a little bit more, and you will probably see me at least once more today, but that's it.
There you go. I am finally home. I have KFC. Don't judge me. It's currently 7:30, and I just got home. And you're probably thinking, hey, Danielle, didn't you leave your house before 7:30? You're correct. Sorry, yeah, you would be correct. I did. It was a very busy day. I am exhausted. There was a lot of things about today that went wrong, but that is okay. That is not why you're here. I managed to get through an additional 240 pages today of the book, The Mapmaker's Apprentice, which is awesome. So that's 240, including, I think it was 70 something that I had listened to this morning. We ended up playing at a school for volleyball that's about a half an hour further from my house. So I listened to it half an hour to the game, and then it was 2 hours coming home. So that's how I managed to get through such a big chunk of the book today. But yeah, I'm really tired. I'm really exhausted. I had a really bad day. So I'm about to chow down on some KFC. I've got an iced tea, and I'm just ready to zone out. So I'm gonna go do that. And that brings a grand total for the week so far to 113 pages. I think 100 and something pages.
Good morning. I definitely didn't forget to film a last clip yesterday. I didn't really read anything else yesterday. I took it very easy. Sat with Brandon, had some cheese before dinner, and that's about it. I did read a little bit in bed, and because it's Friday, I work from home, so I'm gonna actually try to get work done because I don't have to drive in and can be a little more flexible with my time. Like if it takes me longer to do something, I don't have to feel as awful because I can just work a little later. Whereas when I'm in the office, I don't necessarily have that opportunity. Of course, starting the morning off with an Isma walk because she demands it, and it's probably a good thing to start with a walk. Yeah, I will talk to you when I've read something. A veggie. Yummy, yummy. Yummy, yummy. Brandon and I just got back from grabbing McDonald's for dinner because neither of us wanted to cook tonight. I feel like poop. He didn't feel like it. And we came home to an indigo package on our front porch. And I was like, oh, what did you get? And he's like, I didn't get anything. What did you get? And I didn't remember getting anything. However, it was me. And I kind of destroyed the packaging because the little pull tab didn't want to behave. But oh my god. Oh my god. I Forgot that I had ordered this. I didn't know it was coming. This makes a week that I felt like but so much better. I'm so excited. I love this book. I've already read it. Forgot that I had ordered this one. I'm so happy.
Good morning, y'all. It is Saturday. I realized that I didn't film anything yesterday. And that is because after the really hard day I had on Thursday, yesterday, Friday was even harder. So enjoy this dramatic reenactment of what happened yesterday. 5 a.m. Danielle. 5:30 Danielle. 6 a.m. Danielle. I don't want to go to work. 7 a.m. Danielle. Doo-doo. Driving to work, listening to an audiobook. Doo-doo, doo-doo. 8 a.m. to 4 p.m. I worked and taught the children. 4 p.m. Danielle. Doo-doo. Driving home from work, listening to an audiobook. I am so tired from my day. 6 p.m. to 9 p.m. I got home. Josh and I had dinner and movie theater popcorn, and we watched movies because I was so tired. I didn't read anything. So yesterday I managed to finish the Mapmaker's Apprentice. I really liked it. I did think there were like a lot of characters though that you kind of had to keep an eye on. And then I started the third book in the Glass and Steel series, The Apothecary's Poison. So I managed to read 113 pages yesterday through audiobook.
Good morning. It is the last day of our week of reading vlog. It is Saturday, October 4th. I am in the car. It's 10 o'clock, just about 10 o'clock. I have driven from mine to my parents'. I'm going to a doctor's appointment with my mom to see what's going on with her hip. And yeah, I listened to Bitten by Kelly Armstrong on the way down. I've definitely listened to this book a time or two before. And I plan on rereading the entire series very quickly over the next couple of days or weeks. It'll probably be weeks because there's 13 of them plus side stories. But yeah, it's been a while since I've read them. And there is a... How do I say this? There is an open secret around why I've chosen right now to reread this series. Yeah, so that's what I'm gonna do. That's the next book that I'm on. I will, by the end of the day, I'll talk to you about the books that I've read this week, what I thought about them, whether I like them or not, if I'd recommend them, all of that wonderful stuff. For now, I'm going to get out of the car and go see my parents.
I hope you enjoyed that dramatic reenactment. So today is Saturday. It is the last day that you're going to see of our week of reading. Today, my family is coming to visit Josh and I. We're going out shopping this afternoon and then for dinner at Swiss Chalet. I'm super excited. It's because it's going to be like our Thanksgiving next weekend, which is actual Thanksgiving. I'm going with my family up to our cottage to help kind of close it up for the season, and Josh has to work. So we figured we'd do kind of our Thanksgiving day today, which is kind of fun. So I am going to probably read for a little bit. I would really like to continue my Funny Demon Valentine. Then I have to film a couple of things for our socials, which, by the way, check us out on TikTok and Instagram. And then I'm going to do a little bit of cleaning around the house, and then they should be here. So I don't know how much I'm going to get read today. I don't know how much I'm going to get listened to. Sometimes I do listen to an audiobook while I do like vacuuming and stuff. So yeah, we'll see where the day takes us. And also, I will show you, I have finished the first book of October. I finished the Mapmaker's Apprentice. So we, like I explained, I think on Wednesday, we're playing book bingo for October. So I'm really excited because I can use that book to maybe get some points already. So I'm gonna go get the bingo, and then I'll see which one I can check off. All right, so I've got my Bewitched bingo. I'm going to use the Mapmaker's Apprentice for the Witch's Brew space. Oh, goodness gracious me. Witch's Brew space. It's only for 2 points, but that's okay. And it's read a book with a magic system. So this book talked about the guilds and how there's like the Mapmaker's Guild, the Watchmaker's Guild, and this one focused on the Mapmaker's Guild, which I actually thought the Mapmaker's Guild was pretty cool. And then it was talking about how the rumors used to be like the maps would come to life. So like if you drew like a map of like a sea and you include like a sea creature on it, then the creatures would like come to life and like kill people. And I was like, whoa. So that was pretty cool. And then obviously India, oh my goodness, India has her magic, which is part of the Watchmaker's Guild. So that's what I'm going to use it for.
It has been a number of hours since you saw me last. I am currently on the couch with Yzma. I am going to be reading a little bit more of Bitten by Kelly Armstrong for the next little bit. I've got the physical book over there, but I have an audiobook and ebook version on my phone. So I'm going to read a bit of the ebook version while watching some silly TV stuff. And that's what I plan on doing for the next couple of hours. It has actually been a number of days since you last saw me, so it is no longer technically August 4th, but I did promise that I would give you a recap on the books that I read this week. The first book was A Twist of Fate by Kelly Armstrong. This book follows Rosaline and August as they overcome their past together. At the time that I read this book, it was my favorite in the series. I really do enjoy their personalities and what they have to overcome to become a family once again. After that, I read the Snowstorms and Sleigh Bells short story that has to do with August and Rosaline and their son going to the present day for the first time. Well, Rosaline has been here, but August and their son had not yet. So chaos ensues. And then I started Turn of the Tide, which is the third book in the series. It, at the time, was my least favorite of the series. It remains my least favorite of the series. I enjoyed it, but I'm not a huge fan of pirate romance books. Recently, I have read a pirate book that I really liked in the Daughter of the Pirate King series. However, in general, pirate books aren't really for me. So as much as this one was good, it is one of my least favorite Kelly Armstrong books. It follows Rosaline's youngest sister, Miranda, and her love interest, Nico, in even further back in the past, as like a pseudo Robin Hood retelling, or Robin of the Bay, or that kind of story, which I thought was really cute. It was very sweetly done. The next book that I got to was Rejected by My Shadow Alpha, and I really did not enjoy this. I found it full of plot holes. I found it very convenient that it was, oh my god, no, I'm so shocked by this, followed by, oh no, I saw that all. I knew that was coming the whole time. For the same thing. Like, one scene to the next, the same character would be like, oh my god, I had no idea that you were the one that betrayed me, followed by, oh yeah, I had you bugged. I knew it all along, which, no, is not a book for me, really. After I finished A Turn of the Tide, I read the book 3.5 in that series, the Christmas special Ghosts and Garlands, which is Miranda and Nico's Christmas story. Cute, still not my favorite couple, so it was cute. After that, I read A Castle in the Air, which ended up being my favorite couple of this series. I absolutely adore Portia. I love her so much. I loved watching her become comfortable in her own skin, realizing that she doesn't have to please everyone all the time. Yes, it started with well, people are never going to see me. They're never going to be in my life after this mission because I don't live in this time zone, to actually being comfortable being herself and not making herself small to make other people feel comfortable. And I think that was like super powerful. So Portia's love story is absolutely hands down my favorite. Her and Ben are absolutely adorable together. I then also read Trusting the Boss by Cora North. I have read a number of Cora North stories so far. I have liked most of them. I find them to be very easy reads. This one was no exception. There is smut in the book, not until I'd say probably about the 40% mark. It's not super intense smut compared to a lot of things that I've read, but it definitely is like, it's not fade to black. You actually are in the scenes. So if that's not something you enjoy, then I wouldn't necessarily recommend it. I've been in this world many times before, and I do enjoy the characters. I thought it was a really cute read, super quick and easy to get through. I flew through it, absolutely. I did enjoy it. Not sure that either Danielle or Ashley would be interested in this thing. I know that boss/CEO romances are a huge trope that I enjoy, but I don't necessarily think that Ash or Danielle would enjoy these. Sometimes I need a nice escape when I'm not feeling well, and this definitely did that for me. Finally, I read one of my favorite books of all time, and that was Bitten by Kelly Armstrong. This is the first book of the Otherworld series. When I read it back in high school, it was still being called the Women of the Otherworld series, and I absolutely love them. Elena and Clay remain one of my favorite couples of all time. I love this romance read. I think it is so fun. I love their banter. I love the chaos. I love how in this book they absolutely hate each other. It is the first book in a very long series, like I said. This one centers around the pack that lives near Syracuse, New York, and Elena has left them, which she thinks is for good. When they ask her for some help, she says, fine, but after this, I'm done. I'm going back to the human life. I've got a new man. I've got a new job. I'm human. I do not need to be hanging out with the werewolves anymore. Of course, things aren't as cut and dry. She's not just there one day and helps out and is out. So many things happen. Her life once again gets flipped upside down. People that she trusts are hurt. She hurts other people. It's messy. It's chaotic. It's absolutely amazing, and is one of the books that made me fall in love with Kelly Armstrong's writing ever. Overall, I think that Danielle and I did an absolutely amazing job reading this week. We both had incredibly busy weeks. Danielle with school and getting over a cold, me with getting over a cold to becoming like extra sick, and still having to do stuff in my life and try to balance work and our social lives and reading and me time and just mental health and everything. We really did have a week of juggling, and I think both of us did really well. I would love to know what you think, though. Do you think that we dealt with our weeks pretty well? Do you think that we got a lot of reading done? And more than anything, I would love to know what you think of Danielle's recreation of her Friday, because I think it was really well done, and I definitely laughed while watching those clips over. But as always, this video has come to an end. I thank you so much for spending time with us. I always appreciate it. We always truly appreciate each and every view and comment. And thank you so much for spending time with us. We understand that there are so many things that you could be doing, and you've chosen to spend the time with us. I hope that your week was amazing for reading. I hope you got as much or more than you hoped to get read. I hope you enjoyed every page, every word, every moment that you were in another world. And as always, thank you for spending time with us. Bye!